Well, howdy and hello there, you all people watching this all you all video here in this old place of my existence with vinyl things. Cheers, Cheerios. It's not just for breakfast anymore. Okay, where can I put this? This is a good spot right here. Got some stuff to show you vinyl related, but actually it is vinyl. But the first couple things are not vinyl. I bought this little book at a thrift store. I just thought it's just cool, you know. Jokes and Riddles, a Platt and Monk Fun Time book. So, yeah, it's a hardback book. And it has like some really cool illustrations there. It's, I just love stuff like this. Like I don't have enough vinyl, I gotta, collect stuff like this too. So yeah, that was like probably less than $1. I don't remember exactly, but. And then this is the new issue of Rockabilia that I'm subscribed to. It's a catalog I'd showed in an earlier video. They sell t-shirts, posters, So yeah, that's the new summer edition. Okay, so on with the vinyl. This is sort of a different stuff than I usually show. I've actually sort of put it together in a semi-related theme. This is mostly music, or mostly bands rather, that a lot of people consider part of the British invasion. And these are ones that I've picked up recently. I just happen to, I've always liked this kind of music. I've always, had a lot of it and bought a lot of it. It's just so often, or recently, I've ran into a lot of it. So anyway, the greatest hits of Eric Burdon and the Animals. And I have volume 2, but this is obviously volume 1. So that's a terrible picture there in the back, isn't it? But this has there's sort of some odd songs on here, I thought. There's a song on here called Monterey, that's a really good song. Year of the Guru, San Franciscan Nights. Then they do a cover of River Deep and Mountain High, which I like their version a lot. And then they do Sky Pilot, which is also a cover song, and To Love Somebody, which was the Bee Gees. So yeah, it's a good compilation. It's just it doesn't have any of their, what I call their hits, because they had House of the Rising Sun, and Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood, and We Gotta Get Out of This Place, and It's My Life, I think, was another one. But yeah, Eric Burdon and the Animals, that's a great band. Everything I've heard of theirs I really like. So, and this one I picked up for 99 cents. Big Hits, High Tide and Green Grass, the Rolling Stones. And at first I wasn't sure if this was a double album or if it was supposed to be a double album. I still could be wrong, but I don't think it is. And I think one of the pages is missing on this. Like I said, for 99 cents, you got the Rolling Stones. And I'm pretty sure that this is the American version of this album. Because I think that, as well with the Beatles, there was American versions and British versions. I think the Rolling Stones did the same thing. This is on the red London label. Anyone out there know if it's the blue London label, is that the British one? Or is it vice versa? I'm not real sure, but anyway, no, actually, this wasn't 99 cents, it was 50 cents. And this is their first greatest hits compilation. It has 19th Nervous Breakdown, Get Off My Cloud, Play With Fire, that's a great song. Satisfaction, of course, is on here. Time on My Side, It's All Over Now, which is another great song. It's sort of scratched up a little bit, but for 50 cents, hey, it's Rolling Stones, and I don't think I had this on vinyl. And it's playable. I cleaned it really well, and it sounds fairly decent, so I was going to say something else about it, and I don't remember. But whatever, let's move on. This one I didn't have and never seen. The Hollies, Here, Here. And the Hollies is one of my favorite bands from this era. I have a lot of their music on my iPod, and I want to say I have a couple greatest hits compilations on vinyl, and this is on Imperial. And this, they do Look Through Any Window, which I know that song. I'm Alive, I think I know that one, but Lottie Miss Claudie, which was an Elvis song. But yeah, I mean, to find the Hollies, that was sort of a surprise, because that's one of those bands that, as far as around here, the places I've looked, they don't turn up a lot. So, hang on, let me get a refill. Refill. Okay then, moving on. This is Just Like Us, Paul Revere and the Raiders. And I want to say I either have this record or I have one that's similar. The cover looks similar. I think they're on a porch too. And it might be the same record, but I don't think it is. And I like Paul Revere and the Raiders, Columbia. And this one doesn't have any of the hits that I'm aware of. They do a cover of Baby Please Don't Go on here, so I haven't listened to that yet. And then they do Satisfaction on here too. That's great. So that ought to be good. And then here's another one. This one's called Here They Come. Whoops. About fell out of the... Paul Revere and the Raiders, once again, I had never seen this one. Now, these records aren't in the greatest condition, but for 99 cents or 50 cents, whichever one I paid for them, I think these were 99. Yeah, it says 99 right on it. You know, I can't complain. I mean, they'll clean up really good, and a lot of times they sound fine. On here they do Money, That's What I Want, and Louie Louie. And they do Time Is On My Side. It's funny that a lot of them are doing Rolling Stones songs. So yeah, I thought that was cool to find that. And then I also found this one, Midnight Ride. And this one features Kicks. This one sort of looked familiar. I don't know if it's because I've seen someone show it or if I actually have bought it in the past. Either one is possible, of course. Kicks is a great song. I'm sure you've heard that one on classic radio, on oldies radio. I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, which was a Monkees song that they redid here. So yeah, a lot of those 60s bands, there was like, and the Beatles even did this starting out, they were covering a lot of like blues standards, you know, and doing them their version of it. And then later on, as the groups started getting popular, I noticed a lot of these bands started covering the other groups' songs. I thought that was sort of interesting. This is another band I really like, Herman's Hermits, on tour. And I'm pretty sure I don't have this one. I have a few of their other ones. And this one, I had seen this like the day after I bought it, I think. I paid 99 cents for it, and someone had it for $12, which is not a bad price. I mean, it's because their version, or their copy was a lot better than this one. But, you know, it says Heartbeat on it. Can you hear my heartbeat? I'm Henry VIII. I'm Henry VIII, I am. I recognize those two. But there's Peter Noon on the back there. So, yeah. This is their second album, by the way, on MGM. And then I picked this up from Andy Kim. How'd we ever get this way? And Andy Kim was the co-writer of the Archies hit Sugar Sugar. For a while, I actually thought he was the lead singer of the Archies. The Archies is a fictional band, even more fictional than the Monkees was, because the Monkees were actual real people. And it seems like I read somewhere that the Archies, that they put the studio musicians together, and because they were selling records and they were popular, having hits, that they actually had to put a band together to tour. I don't know if that's true. It seems like I'd read that somewhere. Anyway, I don't recognize any of the songs on this one, but I have a couple of his 45s, Rock Me Gently, and I don't remember the other one. So I don't think I have any of his albums, so of course I'm going to get that. And the last one here is, I think this is the third record that I found from this group. Dino, Desi, and Billy. And some people don't like this group, but, you know, it's part of that era, and I'm all for that because I like all that stuff. Who am I kidding? I like everything. They do Get Off My Cloud on this one, Act Naturally. You Got to Hide Your Love Away. Yesterday, Hang On Sloopy, which I guess Hang On Sloopy was one that everybody did. And of course, this one's I'm a Fool. I have that one. And I have one other one, I'm not sure the name. But Dino, Desi, and Billy was Dean Martin's son and Desi Arnaz Jr.'s son and their friend Billy. I think they were active up through 64, I want to say. It might have been later than that, but that's my most recent pickups there with the sort of a British invasion type theme. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up and correct some of my mistakes. I'm sure that I know there's people out there that know a lot more about this era of music than I do. But I've always been intrigued by it. I've always liked it, and there's so many great songs that have came out of the 60s, even before Woodstock and all that stuff. So, yeah, people clump all that into the oldies now, and a lot of those oldie stations are disappearing, I've noticed. And 50s and 60s, and then the easy listening and what do they call that? Not adult contemporary, that's what they call it now. They called it pop standards, I guess, or something like that. A lot of those stations are disappearing. What can you do? I mean, you can get online and find some of that if you're lucky, but, you know, that's sort of another reason to collect it, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, if you have it, it doesn't matter if they play it on the radio or not. You can just pop in a CD or put on a record, and, you know, you're good. You're good to go. Go back to the 60s. Have a 60s flashback, you might say. So that's all I have in this video. And we'll be making another one real soon. Check out my girlfriend's channel, Vintage Owl. We have a series on there called Verses. Check out our last episode we did with Eli as a special guest. We'll be doing one here shortly, so check out her channel for that. And we'll see you in the next video. You know it.